Have the rest of them turned up, Chris? Is the crowd swelling to a dangerous level back there? We've still got a bit of room down the front here. If anybody turns up late, tell them to come down the front and then we'll just ritually rip the shit out of them. This is a song. This is a love song about the North-South divide. My wife is from Hampshire, and she came to live with me. We moved to Great Budworth, and we used to go to the George and Dragon a lot. And there were a few language difficulties at the beginning. She said, "Oh, you know, now we know a few people in the village. We should have them back for supper." I'm like, well, we could do. I mean, it's a little bit weird, isn't it? Like, do you want to come for cheese on toast or some digestives at 11? Turned out supper was tea. Who knew? Who knew? And so, me and Bella are still together, and this is a song for her. And this was just because when we got together, it felt great, and then we realised that we were so unsuited that it couldn't possibly last. And yet, you know, 25 years later, here we are. It's been fucking shit. She's not here tonight.
You don't think she's not here tonight?
She's not here any night. No, I love her to death, but when friends come to my gigs and they say, "Oh, we're going to see Mark, are you coming?" She says, "No, I live with him." Do you know the folk singer Chris Wood? No, well, check him out, Chris Wood. He's absolutely brilliant, but he is notoriously grumpy. I phoned up, I was trying to get hold of him to do something once. I phoned his house. He lives, what's that place where they do all the oysters? Whitstable. Yeah, he lives in Whitstable. And so I phoned Chris and he got his wife and I said, hi Jean, is Chris there? And she said, unfortunately, yes. That might have to if you phone our house and ask for me, but it's hypothetical because that would mean my wife answering the frigging phone. We do have mobile phones, but apparently it's not a two-way piece of apparatus. Right, so this is called From the Lolas. Stuck in the smog and a long way from home, where the air tastes of smoke and the beer tastes of foam, and your bones seem to ache, your head wants to explode, and you want to get back on the Great Northern Road. But you took me down south on the old Northern Line and plied me with beer and Zambuca and wine, and we took our first steps as the city streets fried. I was your old peculiar, you were my London pride. Both of us knew that it could never be, so we took a few days and went down to the sea, and I'd come back up here and I'd live on my own, and you'd stay down there and occasionally phone from that small basement flat where we slept until noon, and the hangovers lifted at that greasy spoon. With your head in the clouds and the smoke in your eyes, I never thought you'd leave the beat of the rise. From the deep south, the lowlands, you came up this way to the north country. Now will you stay? Maybe I'm amazed that we made it this far, from a slurred conversation in that crowded bar. 20 years have gone by now, who knows where it goes? 20 years in a land where the north wind blows, where the air tastes of air and the beer tastes of beer, where there are things that you'll miss that you'll always hold dear. And I asked you to stay, and you said that you would, but I didn't know whether that meant for good. From the deep south, the lowlands, you came up this way to the North Country. Now will you stay? We raise up our glasses and drink to the past, though there were some who said that it would never last. 'Cause I'm medium well and you're medium rare, and I'm cheese and beer and you're mule mariniere, and I'm the Ramones and you're more La Boheme. But what do they know? Don't listen to them. I dragged you up here and I kept you somehow. I loved you back then, but I love you more now. From the deep south, the lowlands, you came up this way to the North Country. Now will you stay? From the deep south, the lowlands, you came up this way to the North Country. Now will you stay? Cheers, thanks a lot. And,
Oblivious.
start the two separate limos. I'd tell you we had separate dressing rooms, apart from the fact it's clear we've never been in a dressing room. So it's amazing that Simon is Poet Laureate, and so he wrote this poem called All the Way Over the Sea, which is a brilliant poem, which is about using the kind of the metaphor of sailing, of tippling into alcoholism. So we'll sing this for you now. I can't see the bloody words in the I have a spotlight on this on our arena shows. No, I've got it now. I've used my glasses instead. You like these glasses?
Nice.
Albi.
$2.99.
$3.99. You were nearly there.
You've been ripped off.
What?
You've been ripped off.
I've been ripped off. He says I look like Arthur Askin. Beautiful. I'd fall over in the first verse, won't it? Right, okay, here we go. All the way over the sea. 1, 2, 3. About life on the drink, and I'm sailing out into the blue, and there's room in the cabin for two, so float like a cork and then put into port for me crew, for me stew, for me boil up a brew, for me all the way over the sea. Sailing out into the blue, and break out the grub, for me jive, for me tack, for me take up the slack, for me burn, for me slurp, for me load up a grate, for me turpentine, it's great for me. Work up a thirst, for me put yourself first, for me bob, for me toss, for me climb on your cross, for me all the way over the sea. Started to sink into life on the drink, and I'm sailing out into the blue, and there's room in the cabin for two. So come for me, dive for me, bone me alive, for me dress, for me stress, for me wipe up the mess, for me pass up the rest, for me stick out your chest, for me boat, for me choke, for me crack me a joke, for me line up a smoke, for me get out and crack, for me rig up a rack, for me nip, for me tuck, for me ride out your luck, for me boat, for me grout, for me open your pouch, for me lather me razor me mother, to razor me. Don't ask me why, for me live me alive, for me bleed yourself dry, and then shut up and die, all the way over the sea. Special effects.